offenses must come, you know. You're supposed to be reproving everybody, man. Yeah, sure. Reproving and correcting is hard to do. It's not the easiest. It's not gonna make you Mr. Popular, you know. But that's what you gotta do. That's why niggas don't like GMS, you know. And y'all niggas like Yaka9, he hasn't even changed his game plan. He's still making exposed videos, and he reaching. The Most High gonna fuck that dude up, man. Because it's at the point that you got a heavy demon on you of just trying to expose people, man. Can you get that in the Apocrypha saying curse the whisperer and things like that, the backbiter? Because the shit that he talking about exposing, you were in GMS at that time, and you ain't had nothing to say. But once you got kicked out, now you got all the shit to say. That's some wicked shit, man. You know, I know we talking about Esau with these nuclear and Esau being a hypocrite. You know, we gotta change it to open forum on some shit. You know.
Yeah, I'm with it.
You got it.
Yeah. Offenses. This is Matthew 18 verse 7. It says, "Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come."
And that word offense goes back to stumbling block. You know, and it says, "Woe unto them." Read that from the beginning, the little first. Let's read it piece by piece for me, Bible shot.
Come. Matthew 18:7. Woe unto the world because of offenses.
Yeah, woe unto the world because of offenses, and it's talking about Israel. Okay, woe is destruction unto those, basically those who receive the offenses, the stumbling blocks. Okay, go ahead.
For it must needs be that offenses come.
Then that's crazy. That's the crazy part. That's the loophole. That's the plot twist. It must needs be that offenses must come, that those stumbling blocks come.
They have to.
Because how would you know the real worshipers from the fakers? Without those offenses. Those offenses basically shows who's able to power through all that. Okay?
It says, "But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh."
Yep. But woe, but destruction to that man by who those offenses coming. Okay, it's going to happen. It's basically Most High saying it's fucked up Israel, but there's gonna be some niggas that's gonna trip you up and have y'all bugging out and getting fucked up. You know, he said, but at the same time they have to come, because if I don't put adversity on y'all, I don't know who my true worshipers are. But the person that came and have y'all bugged out, I'm gonna fuck him up. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like that's how it's going, man. And Jake can't understand that. Like, why would the Most High make that situation like that? Because they don't think big. They small fish. They think about themselves and being able to do what they can do and having it the easy route, man. Okay?
Yeah, the Most High put that fire on us, man.
Yeah. They got more to that.
It says, "Wherefore, if thine hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee."
So the Most High is showing you how to get around these offenses. You have to. That's some strong coffee, brother.
Where that Dunkin' Donuts?
It's in the refrigerator.
Oh, free.
Okay. It says, and he's telling you how to avoid the offenses. He's telling you basically what you got to do is, if you come across a stumbling block, somebody presents if a brother come to you and presents the flat earth doctrine, you get rid of their ass. You know, if an order's put out and you don't want to keep the order and you want to do this and that, you get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? You pluck them out.
That's that cancer.
You know, and that's being subject unto your masters. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you might not understand why you're not supposed to do things. You know, but sometimes the judgment don't come down as hard as on others. But at the end of the day, if it offend thee, you pluck it out. If it's if you doing the work and whatever you're doing, you know, look up offend. If you're doing it and it's fucking up your production toward the truth, then you got to get rid of that shit, man. You know, if you driving your car and you realize you're spending way more money on gas, and it's because you got that big heavy ass amp in your shit, you know, and they got that sound that you love, but it's kind of fucking your ability to get back and forth to work. Hypothetically, ain't no amp gonna do all that, but you got the sound system, you got the rims, you got rims, and you know, like, damn, I can't get back to work, but I like these rims. We gotta get rid of the rims, because your goal is to get to work. Yeah, having rims, and you know, And that's what happens is people can't get rid of that baggage. You know, I like that, but I like this though. You know, I like doing this. You couldn't, Yakana, you couldn't switch it up, man. I like making exposed videos though. That's what I love to do. Let me do that. No, man, switch it up, man. You couldn't. So you found another way to do it, is to bug out and do it against the apostles.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The strong is for offend is Strong's G 4624. It says to put a stumbling block or impediment in the way upon which another may fall, trip or fall, metaphorically to offend, to entice to sin.
Yep, to entice to sin. If it's at the point that it's got you going off, then you get rid of it. That's the same thing with a woman. The scriptures tell you don't divorce a woman, but the woman got you going off, you get rid of the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, telling women that they don't know that when is the time that a man can get rid of a woman, because the Lord said, the scripture said, when a woman goes away that thou was not having, cut off, get a bill of divorce. And they ask, well, what is that weight? Because you could deal with a woman of sin, you know, a woman she could believe she could be a Muslim, you could deal with her, you know. But when she coming in, motherfucker, sliding pork in your food, or got a rug under your, you know, where you pray at, and got a rug under your shit, or she's getting you mouthing off to the point that you can't even study and things like that, then you get rid of that ass, man. So it's all about, you know, production toward the truth. You know, such as Yak and I doing so much exposed videos, you're being a talebearer, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be, you just do the work, man. Now when the time is right and you gotta expose somebody, that's why it says when you talk about people revealing out their names, but if you have to, you know, you reveal their names. You know?
It says to cause a person to begin to distrust and desert one whom he ought to trust and obey.
Yeah.
This definition goes in, man.
Yep. And that's what these niggas Amashabi are doing. The fallouts in Chicago, all of them are basically taking you away from serving Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. Because all that shit Yakanai is doing is not uplifting Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? You can say in a roundabout way you are uplifting Yahweh Shai, but he doesn't make videos specifically uplifting Yahweh Shai, edifying the church. It's all about exposing somebody. You don't actually edify anybody. Like we did a video on with the articles going over Iran in America, not Iran, yeah, Iran, America, and Israel. You know, and it transition into you niggas, because you don't do no videos like that. Yakana specifically, the other ones might, but right now you just coming against the order, man. You know.
So, to cause to fall away, to be offended in one, i.e., to see in another what I disapprove of and what hinders me from acknowledging his authority.
Mm-hmm.
To cause one to judge unfavorably or unjustly of another.
Yep.
That's not having scriptures in you, man.
Was it read that last part again?
Come on, it says to cause one to judge unfavorably or unjustly of another.
Being biased.
Yeah, being biased. You only want to
No
do
facts.
rebuke videos or expose videos on the apostles when you get kicked out.
Yep.
You just wait. That's unjust.
Yeah.
That's unjust judgment. You know,
you ain't right, man.
if you had a big problem with that, you would have said that shit right then and there. You know, if it was such a big problem and you got all this, you got a spirit of a woman, man.
Yep.
You're a tea spiller, man. You know.
You ain't right, because you wait till you get rebuked to sit there and be like, oh, I'm mad. Cross your hands, stomp your feet. I'm about to get at everybody. No, at the end of the day, you wasn't a fucking brother, man. Because even if you got rebuked, you know what I'm saying, you would have kept that shit to yourself and kept doing the work. You kept doing your exposed videos. Hey, you can't be a part of it. Okay, well, I'm still going to do my exposed video. I want to turn to the ones that rebuked you, man. All right? And that shows that you ain't right, man. Shit, goddamn, too hard.
The scriptures say a wise man is rebuked and taketh it with gladness. You know, like shit.
Because it's going to keep you, it's going to put you on the right path once you slip, man.
Yeah.
But he obviously don't want to take that right path. You took a moral wicked path. Like it said, okay, get rebuked. You go this way and continue, or you go this way and just be wicked as hell. You like, well, this way got got silver and gold over here. Got
This
some
definition
bitches
right
over
here, brother. It says another definition says, since one who stumbles or her foots get entangled feels annoyed.
And there you go, man.
Oh, man.
Because you can't have your precious little shit, y'all. The only skill, you know how you get the information you get anyway, but damn. You know what I'm saying? But because that was taken away, man, your only pearl.
On a bitch fit, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had a bitch fit. What is that they said off what's that movie, White Chicks?
I believe, yeah, bitch fit, man.
I got a precept. You know, we can get back to the article, or we could just transition. You know, because we pretty much got the gist of it out of that article. But I know you.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that later, and I just throw it up on my page.
Okay.
You know.
Sirach chapter 5 verse 9, it says, "Winnow not with every wind, and go not into every way."
Yeah, every wind is doctrines, man, or beliefs, or things that seem right unto you. You know what I'm saying? You can't meddle in everything. That's why motherfuckers be in this and they like, I listen to this camp and that camp. That ain't gonna work out, man.
Yeah, because that shows you that breath of life, that the Most High was the word that he was teaching Adam, and conspire means to breathe together. So winnow not with every wind is basically don't be dealing with every doctrine. You know, and in doctrine it could be suggestions and everything. You know, it says, "For a soul doth a sinner that hath a double tongue. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same."
Yeah, so you gotta be a man of your word. You gotta know what the hell you talking about, and you gotta stand by that, man. Okay, like we were saying, if you was a part of GMS, because you was, you know, we acknowledge you, and you had GMS in front of your name. But once they said, if you continue to do this, because we about spreading Yahweh Shem Shai's gospel.
Let me say this: you can't whenever it went down in GMS while you was in GMS, and you ain't say nothing about it then, or that's not the reason why you left. You can't say nothing about it now because you're not being steadfast in your word. You're basically saying you ain't have a problem with it, or you ain't see it was wicked.
Yeah.
Because now once you got kicked out, now if your argument is this is why you're going against the apostles because you got kicked out and this is the reason, that's understandable. But what you're doing is you just waited. Now you want to tell, this brother in this camp was doing this in 1998. This brother was doing that, and he over here doing this. See, don't follow these brothers. You was there.
His whole means of existence is contrary and hypocritical because what do you always say in Apostle Tahar and Apostle y'all allowing this to happen? Y'all ain't saying nothing about it. Well, you didn't say nothing either.
Yep.
Because it was happening when you was there, so you didn't say nothing either. So all the wickedness you trying to put on them, you gotta hold yourself too, nigga.
Yep. It says 11. It says, "Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere." Let not thy words, but let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth.
Close your grill.
So if you didn't say anything then, that means you don't know. You ain't know what the fuck you can't say nothing now because you're establishing that you ain't know what the fuck was going on.
Yep.
So how can you say what was going on if you ain't say nothing about it then? And then you're on, man, I got some shit. Hey, this is what they're doing. I'm gonna let y'all know, Yashala. Y'all can't be following, but you was there. So you are the person. You was a part of that, happily. Okay, that shit ain't true. You know, or the shit he's saying ain't taking a picture with a bottle. Like, what scripture say you can't do that?
Yeah, like that's wicked.
Or he exalting himself. He's carnal.
And you wicked for taking a picture with them belts then.
Yeah, you got a superhero body on.
Yeah.
With a cape. With a belt.
And a cape. Ain't a garment, but a cape. I mean, come on, man.
You can't fight. You got a belt on. You know? If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. It's like in verse 13. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall.
Think about it. Honor and shame. So it depends on what you saying, which one you gonna get.
Because it's a shameful thing for you to be a part of GMS, don't say nothing the whole time, then you get kicked out, now you mouthing off. People see that. You may think, niggas ain't start watching you when you started making exposed videos on GMS. They were watching you the whole time. So they like, man, why if he knew all that, why wasn't saying that when he was in GMS? You know, bringing up shit from fucking 2010 and shit. You was in GMS at that time. You should have been bringing it out. Why you know, that should have been the reason why you got kicked out, because you was making videos on brothers, and because Elder Tahar won't do anything, and so he kicked you out, and blah, blah. That's supposed to be your rap, but it wasn't. You know, because the reason why Apostle didn't say anything, because it wasn't no thing to get mad about or get, you know.
You gotta acknowledge them, man. Basically, at the end of the day, you didn't acknowledge them on the level that they own, man.
Yeah.
Because I trust their judgment. You know what I'm saying?
You have to trust their judgment, because the Most High shut them up. Unless they're blatantly being wicked, then that's when it comes a discernment. But they're not. It's just shit that you don't want. You ain't wanted to be like that. Oh, I think you should have laid the hammer on him. You ain't him. You ain't Moses, man. Yeah. Trying to tell somebody how to run some. Niggas always do that shit. Always gonna tell somebody how to run some shit, and you can't run some shit. You know? Like, stop trying to tell a nigga how to build their empire, and you too fucking lazy to get up and do your own. You see? The elders do all that digging and all that research and got us on this level through the spirit of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and now that you in, you trying to tell them how to finish the job up or to detail the house. Man, you should just put the window over it. Shut up, man. Your ass don't know how to do nothing. I'd let you in here. You know, the apostles got us at this point. You should have judged him like that, man. Shut up, man. You ain't even got your church is full of scoffers, man. That's embarrassing. It's in talk, man. If thou hast understanding,
you know a man by his fruit.
Yep. Verse 14, this is the point I want. It says, be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with thy tongue. For a foul shame is upon the thief, and an evil condemnation upon the double tongue. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small.
So right, it said lie not and wait.
Yeah.
You supposed to have brought that shit out too.
Right, you know, but you a wicked ass nigga, man.
Wait till you go in your hissy fit, man.
Like Brother Yashua said.
Ranting.
So like Brother Yashua said, man, if you follow him around, you'll be like, this nigga wicked as hell. Like, he could find things on everybody, man. Be like, what the fuck? You know, like, then niggas be doing videos like they be holding it down. Nigga, you is not raw like that, man.
Yeah.
You know, the apostles are, you could tell who's raw by the production, man.